and much more. So they were extremely very happy about that. I must also say that the administration was happy with the kind of work that I have done, especially with the students, because these are our children, and they require much more than just teaching them. So the school is extremely very happy, was extremely very happy about that.
So your appraisal system is an oral expression of either happiness or
sadness. It's a 360. It's a 360.
I get the 360, but yes. I'm just wondering whether there is a report maybe to support what you're telling us.
There is a report.
Yes.
Yes.
But you didn't supply us?
No, I did not, unfortunately.
Okay. Yes. Hopefully you can.
Yes, I will.
Even after this.
Yes.
So the question I have for you is about the different modes of ADR, specifically mediation. What is mediation in your understanding? How does it take place?
So my understanding of mediation is where two parties come together with the help of a third party who helps them resolve their dispute. So the mediator does not actively take part in this dispute. The mediator just encourages the parties to reach a settlement. So the eventual bit there would be that they would reach a settlement, and then there would be mediation settlement,
okay.
which would be the mediation agreement. Yes.
Okay, the settlement agreement.
Yes.
Yes. Now, in the context of court annex mediation, at the end of it all, of course, the settlement agreement is adopted by the court. But is that agreement final, or is there room to challenge it? And if there is, what are the grounds on which you would challenge a mediation settlement agreement?
I believe that the mediation agreement can be challenged on the basis, for example, if one of the parties say that I did not understand what I was signing on to, for example. Secondly, that in reaching this settlement, for example, I was not aware of what was really going on, and also if the agreement, for example, it would be manifestly illegal, so it could be challenged on that basis as well.
Okay, when it's illegal,
yes.
Any other?
Yeah, that is what I can.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, and I wish you well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my lady.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and welcome again, Wakili.
Thank you.
Now, the Constitution of Kenya assumes the theme of good leadership and integrity throughout its chapters. Could you tell us, or name to us, the legal framework that governs leadership and integrity?
So thank you, Commissioner. I believe that the Constitution would be the first rubric when it comes to leadership and integrity, and the other legislations, for example, the Leadership and Integrity Act, the Public Officer Ethics Act, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Act. There is also the Conflict of Interest Act that would speak to that.
Okay, thank you. Now, could you also name to us some of the Bangalore principles of judicial conduct and explain to us how you will apply them?
So, thank you, Commissioner. Some of the Bangalore principles of judicial conduct would be impartiality. That is one. So I believe that a judge ought to be impartial in the way they conduct the matters in court, so that the members of public could then have faith in the judicial system. Without impartiality, members of public would not have faith in the judicial system. The second one is integrity, in the sense that if a judicial officer is not a person of integrity, then the court will lack the authority then to assert itself, because the members of public, for example, would be viewing it to be a court that can be swayed and that is not that cannot be trusted. thirdly is independence. I believe that a judge ought to be independent so that they can then make their decisions in an independent manner without external influence or even internal influence. That way then it is then assured that this judge would decide on cases based on the law only as opposed to external factors. Lastly, I believe that competence is also important so that this judge is then able to execute their duties in a manner that demonstrates that they understand the law and therefore then ensure that the public would be confident in the decision that this judge reaches. So I believe that those are some of the principles of Bangalore principles, yes.
Okay. Thank you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable CJ. Counsel, could you please tell us your understanding of emotional intelligence and how you will apply it in your role as a judge?
So thank you. My view is that there is a distinction between intelligence quotient and emotional intelligence. So that emotional intelligence would be how it is that you deal with people, the soft skills that you would then have, and how it is that you're then able to relate with others, especially in a workplace. So one of the key themes around emotional intelligence would be empathy, that you're able to empathize with the situation of the people that you're working with on the basis that you have understood them, and therefore then you're going to take into account how they feel about that particular issue. So that then is important. The second one is self-awareness, that you must also be aware of yourself as an individual, about how it is that you act around people, what it is that you do not like, so that you're also able to introspect and to be able to adjust to the circumstance, especially in the workplace. So yeah, so those are some of the issues around emotional intelligence, yes.
Okay. Please tell this panel your experience in the area of mentorship and any role that you've taken.
So thank you very much. So mentorship is important because you then grow the next generation of leaders, for example, or you then help a junior colleague who is just joining to learn the ropes, so that their entry into the workforce then becomes a little bit easier and a little bit softer. So I have mentored many young colleagues, but more so what I'm proud of is the mentorship of the students at Kabarak University, because this is the future of this legal practice, for example. So I've mentored in excess of 300 students in different areas, be it academics, be it outside academics. Yes, so I have mentored.
So what role do you play as a mentor? What is your role?
My role is hand-holding, in terms of holding their hands, and also depending on exactly what it is that this young mentee would want to know.
Okay.
So I would tailor-make my mentorship to them depending on what it is that they exactly require. Okay. So that it's just a general mentorship to just say that we're mentoring all of you. So it's specific to the mentee, yes.
Okay, right. Now my last question, I'm looking at your profile and some of the feedback we got after doing our background checks. There is quite a bit of good comments that have come from the public, but maybe there's something that I do not see here. What would they say they don't like about you?
I don't know what they would say, but I would guess that during my stint at the County Assembly of Kericho, I was extremely very strict because it was necessary to be strict. So perhaps at that point in time, the members of the County Assembly weren't extremely very happy about me. But I know that we ran a very good county at the County Assembly of Kericho, and ensured that, for example, the County Assembly of Kericho, for the very first time, was given an unqualified audit report by the Office of the Auditor General, just demonstrating the fact that we put in place good systems at that county. But I guess feedback has changed now, that they would be saying that I was the best speaker.
Did they try to impeach you?
There was no attempt at impeachment.
Okay.
Yes,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you. I wish you well.
Asante.
Good morning again.
Good morning.
Fine. Now, how can technology be used to improve access to justice?
Thank you very much, Commissioner, for the question. I think the understanding is that funds are not unlimited, and therefore then our solace would be to run through technology so that we can leverage on technology to ensure that most of our Kenyans access justice. So I believe that technology is the future in terms of access to justice. In terms of ensuring that cases are filed seamlessly and that hearings are conducted virtually, that then cuts down on the cost of accessing justice.
Do you think that there is place for use and application of artificial intelligence?
Out here, they say that the fifth disruptor would be AI. So I believe that there is place for AI, but not generative AI, so that, for example, the judiciary judges would not be using AI to write judgments, but would use AI, for example, for processes that do not require generation of new information. So that, yes, so I believe that that would be important, but also ethical use of AI. Yes.
What is the role of the judiciary in socioeconomic development?
So thank you for that question, Commissioner. I believe that looking at the